let's do cosine of pi over 12. Okay, again, I just showed you guys that that comes out to cosine of pi over 3 minus cosine of pi over 4. Okay, looking at that formula, since it's a minus, this formula says you do cosine of, again, I'm just going to use x, cosine of y plus sine of x, sine of y. Okay, and you realize most of these are going to be using the same numbers, because if you realize cosine and sine usually all have the same values around the circle. Alright, so let's see, cosine of pi over 3, cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2. Times cosine of y, which is pi over 4, is radical 2 over 2 plus sine of x. Okay, sine of pi over 3 is radical 3 over 2. Sine of pi over 4 is radical 2 over 2. Again, got the same thing. 1 times 2 is square root of 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus square root of 3 times square root of 2, square root of 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Again, square root of 2 plus square root of 6 over 4. Fine, we'll leave the answer like that, but again, sometimes they like to do this. 1 plus the square root of 3 over 4. Okay. Simple. Easy. Okay. The hard part is going to be figuring out the this part right here. Okay. So now let's do one with tangent and a different angle. So let's say you're given tangent of 19 pi over 12. Okay, obviously 19 pi is not in our unit circle. So what could I break this down into? Okay, well, I can't use 1/12, so the minimum I can do is 2/12, because that gives me 1/6. So this is 2/12, this is 17 over 12. Not going to work. Okay, this is 3/12, and this is 16. Okay, again, that because 16 plus 3 is 19. Alright, so to simplify that, this would be, what is that? 4 pi over 3 plus pi over 4. It's 4 pi over 3 in our circle. There it is. Pi over 4. Okay, great, we got it. Alright, so now let's do it. Okay. Now, tangent has a different formula. It says you get tangent of x plus tangent of y over 1 minus tangent of x tangent of y. Okay? Alright, this is x, this is y. Alright, so tangent of 4 pi over 3. Okay, tangent of 4 pi over 3. Okay, we don't know what tangent is, but this one would be the same as that one. Okay, this one would be the same as that one, and this one would be the same as that one. Okay, so tangent over here is radical 3. Now it's positive because remember over here, all seniors turn crazy. This tangent's always positive here. Okay, so tangent of 4 pi over 3, square root of 3. So this is square root of 3. Plus tangent of pi over 4. Pi over 4 is 1. Over 1 minus, well, we already know what tangent of x is, square root of 3, times tangent of y is 1. Okay, simple math. Square root of 3 plus 1, right? Square root of 3 times 1, simple. Right here, sorry. Square root of 3 times 1 is square root of 3. 1 minus square root of 3, I can't, so I'm going to leave it as 1 minus square root of 3. Now here's the only difference. Remember, no square roots on the bottom, and it has a minus sign. So you're going to have to multiply by the conjugate. Okay? The bottom is very simple. 1 times 1, 1. Square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is just, well, negative and a positive is negative. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. Now the top. Square root of 3 times 1 is square root of 3. Square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3 without the square root. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times the square root of 3 is square root of 3. Simplify on top. Square root of 3 plus square root of 3 is 2 square root of 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. On the bottom you get negative 2. And then you see it right here. This is 2, 4, and 2. Okay, so real simple. 2 divided by negative 2, negative 1, square root of 3. 4 divided by the square root of 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. Okay, you're fine with your answer like that. I think most math books like this part second, so we're just going to reverse the order. Negative 2 minus square root of 3. Okay, that's the first part.